right, Walkman here. This is a quick recap of for AEW Dynamite for March 2nd. Wait, first, yeah, March 2nd, 2022. Um, if you already saw my short, I've got a short out there talked about Tony Khan. Tony Khan, the big announcement that he was hoping to talk about tonight was that he purchased ROH, not just the tape library, but the whole thing, even to the literally the whole thing to the production equipment, all of that. He purchased it, and Tony Khan is not a he's not this is a calculated risk, whatever you want to say, if it is a risk at all. It I mean, apparently this deal, I keep hearing this deal was like in the like in the last 3 weeks or two weeks or so was in the making, and so he was able to close it, and apparently that they had Sinclair, the one who actually owns ROH, had to actually wasn't for sale. First of all, they weren't for sale. They just they didn't want to they didn't want to hemorrhage any money. That's one of the reasons why they had shut down and let everybody out of their contracts. So because they were paying them still, even through this whole through all the bullshit with the no crowds, they were still paying them still, but so they didn't want to wind up being in the red too deep. So that's why they were gonna come back with a brand new strategy. I believe it was supposed to be starting shows in I believe April or May. I apologize for not knowing the exact date, but this is good news. Because even with the just not that even with just the tape library, they're going to make money off of that. Because once they do, I completely forgot they have Honor, because Ring Honor has Honor Club, which is already a streaming service. I mean, he can Tony can revamp that and use that if he wants to, but I could, this is a good thing, and when he won, I think when RH first came out, but that they were having financial problems. I was like, why doesn't Tony do something? Or but they didn't. It wasn't. First of all, I don't when Tony, like I said, Tony is smart. He's smart with his money. He doesn't just rush into things. He has to. It's calculated. He calculates. Him and his family weren't billionaires because he just rushed in and just brought every fucking thing. I'm like, oh, let's get this and get that. No, they gotta calculate and then weigh the pros and cons and then figure out if this does go south, how much if we do have to sell everything. Well, how much of that money do we lose versus or will we gain back? So anyway, quick recap. That's good news. And like I said, Tony, we need to excited. He was very excited. Um, he's very excited. I know, yeah, but we need that. I said that already. We need in the short. We need that. Go ahead, yell from the goddamn rooftops with the microphone and a bullhorn. Okay, that's right. That's right. Act like what Jimmy Hart. Act like Jimmy Hart. Act like a dead motherfucking tag team manager. Get your bullhorn, get a motherfucking microphone, and yell your information that you're giving us. Yeah, I purchased ROH, bitch. What? Okay, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, motherfucking middle fingers all up and down your motherfucking face, you bitch made motherfuckers. But but yeah, Tony's winning, and we win too. So it starts off. The show starts off. The Dynamite starts off with the casino. No, yeah, it was making sure. Yeah, it was the announcement. Then the casino battle royale. This is to determine the second spot, because it's going to be a triple threat. So we already got Red Dragon in there. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Jurassic Express. Now we need a third. We need a third. This determines the third person, third team, I should say. So Darius Martin, if you don't know, it was out with an ACL injury, and I didn't notice it was 1 year to the date when he was last on TV. So I believe so. It was March of last year when he were Top Flight. Dante Martin and Darius Martin. They're brothers. I believe he's 20, 24, 23, and Dante just turned 20. He started up 19. He was the youngest on the roster. I believe he still is 20. So I believe there's nobody younger than 20. Everybody, I think like the right around. Everybody's 20, either him, and then everything's above 22, 23, 24, like the Jungle Boys. But they start off, it's them two. It starts off with two teams, and then every 90 seconds a new team comes out. So it's FTR and Top Flight. So we're just gonna jump to the end. I'm not gonna go through every elimination. So it comes down to Young Bucks, okay, a whole team, and Darius Martin. It's just Darius Martin because you're not out until both of your team members are out. Okay, now WWE, they got a different. If you probably already know this, one team. If they do have a battle royale with tag teams, one member gets to go over the top rope. The whole team. Excuse me. So yeah, it breaks down to being like say Young Bucks and Darius Martin. Darius Martin, and it winds up being Darius Martin and Matt hold on, it's Young Bucks. I keep forgetting it. I'm drawing a blank. Nick and Matt. So Nick accidentally gets knocked off because he's about to do a springboard move. Darius pushes Matt into Nick. He falls over the top rope. He gets eliminated. So it's just Matt and Darius, and they're on it. And then they wind up on the apron. All right, this is probably like the third time in this match where two people are brawling on the apron. So it's going back and forth, elbows, kicks, and then fucking Matt low blows Darius, and it just kicks him off with the greatest of ease. He wins. So it's gonna be Young Bucks, Red Dragon, and Jurassic Express for your triple threat at your pay per view at Revolution. Okay. Next. Now, I apologize. I skipped a match. After Tony's announcement, it was he went on to go and say that Brian and the very first main event of ROH was Low Ki, Brian Danielson and Christopher Daniels, and it was a triple threat it was the very first main event. Low Ki wound up winning. So Tony had the idea of having having a one-on-one match with Brian Danielson and Christopher Daniels as the first match. That's the first match. I knew I was forgetting something. I apologize. That was the first match before the Battle Royale. And so he if you've seen highlights of this match, when it was going on with Christopher Daniels' eye, he got that injury about a year ago. He can see fine at that eye. If you watched he was on Chris Van Vliet's interview about 3 weeks ago. And he was saying, the doctor says it's fine. It's just a hemorrhage. His eye is like completely all red. He said he can see fine out that eye. But it just looks freaky looking, I mean, but it does look badass. He looks like he has a contact in it. Like if you watch BTE, he started doing his character where he just pops up, because he's part of the talent relations. Okay, basically he's like the human resource person. So that's basically what his job is. On top of being a wrestler, he's doing more backstage stuff than that. But it's cool. But he can still go. He's 51. He can still go. I mean, think about it. I mean, fucking Sting's pushing 62. He can still go. But he held his own. It was a bunch of reverse. If you can watch his match, get it. They were countering stuff I didn't think could be countered. As far as Daniel Bryan's move set, he was countering headlocks. He was countering the label lock. He done counter a bunch of stuff. I mean, so he was going for the best move. Daniel Bryan was laid out near the corner. Daniel Bryan, Christopher Daniels went for the best moonsault ever, and he as he landed on Daniel as Christopher landed on Brian Danielson, he got him into the triangle choke, and then he was trying to Christopher was wiggling out about to get to the ropes. He started elbowing him. Christopher started elbowing Christopher in the head. Right, so and then he went out. You see, he went out. His whole head was red and everything. And fucking Brian Danielson doing that pose as he's laid back because he has his head, he has his arm and neck trapped, and his legs, and he's got them wrapped up. That's how How he got him up, choked him out, triangle choke. So he said, Daniel Bryan said, will Maria Honoré would shake hands at the beginning and shake hands at the end. He shook his hand, but and then he, I don't mean to laugh, but then he said, well, I'm not Ring Honor anymore. So he proceeded to kick his head in, which you know what Daniel Bryan does. He captures both arms when they're laid out, when they're flat in the back, and he stomps. He pulls them up and stomps on his head. So after that, Moxley comes out. Well, you know, I'm trying to get the gist of it. He's basically saying he basically told Bryan Danielson, yeah, you are more vicious than ever, but leave no doubt, you know, basically no doubt that I am, you know, that this chapter would be this new chapter and Moxley in my life, it's gonna be stained with your blood. So Moxley said about this new chapter of this new me that's yeah, it's gonna be stained starting with you. It's gonna be stained with you know, with your blood, because he only since Moxley's been back, we had a tag team, one singles. He had I think about 3 matches. I think 2 singles and 1 tag team. I might be wrong, but he hasn't had. I think he had less than 4 matches since he's been back, which I'm fine with. You know, he should. You know, let him. You know, it's no. See, one of the things I like one, it's not that you forget about people, but it's like when somebody is missing, you don't feel like the show's empty, you know. Like Moxley and Bryan Danielson doesn't have to be on every show. Fucking Kenny Omega is healing now. Like he doesn't have, it'd be great for you know, but it's a slow burn. Like, he's healing right now. Yeah, he had a few surgeries he had to do, and his body needed to heal. This fucker was doing matches. He went on almost a year run with the AEW belt, the goddamn belt collector. You know what I'm saying? He had 4 legit championship belts, and he was wrestling with fucking vertigo. Like he was in the ring with literal vertigo. Like everything's moving around him and shit. And he was putting on clinics still. You know he would. If you see that match he had with in Impact, that the hardcore match. God, I'm drawing a blank on his name. But if you watch that the murder, who was it? Death Machine. That's his nick. I mean, that's one of his monikers, one of his nicknames. But you know what I'm talking about. If you yeah, but it was fucking awesome. It's worth going back to watch. You know, I apologize for that. You know, listen, I'm just anyway. I mean, no excuses. I mean, I'm trying to get this. Get the. Like I said, the battle. This was a great go home show. Great go home show. All right, now third match tonight is a tag team match with Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa. So this wound up like it came out of nowhere, and I thought, and I honestly think that they're gonna. It's what I think. After I tell you this, so I'm just gonna say this because I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm thinking that because all in no all out is coming up. That's the next pay per view. I think they should do a cage match. There's been several other people in the community that said the same thing. It should be a cage match because there won't be no interference. I think it's going to be interference at Revolution. That way, Thunder Rosa has an excuse to say, "Hey, well, we need to have a, you know, I don't want any fucking I don't want no damn you know, your friends. I don't want Rebel or Hater coming in fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Even though she could have Martinez there, but that's still a 2-1 deficit with if Hater's out there with Rebel versus Martinez. And I know Martinez is a tough motherfucker, but you know that's still a 2-1 deficit right there. So she wound up giving Britt Baker in this tag team match tonight the Fire Thunder Driver. And she pinned her 1, 2, 3. No kick out, no fuckery, nothing. Pinned her clean. Not saying I have a problem with it, but she can't do it and pin her tonight and then wind up also winning the championship this coming. It's not a good look. Now, it would be some doubt in there if Martinez got fucking pinned. Or if there was some fuckery. Like if or even if Britt Baker won with some fuckery. Like she got hit with the belt, Rebel hit her with something, you know, whatever. But like I said, I don't have a problem with it. But but I'm thinking they're gonna have Britt Baker's going to probably retain, and then they're going to have one more match, but it's a steel cage, and that steel cage idea sounds fucking great. I mean, we have yet to see. We've seen women in a hardcore match, and they tore it up. So we've seen the light outs match with just coming up on a year ago but yeah, last year, match one of the matches of the year for the AEW, not just AEW, all of wrestling was Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. So should be in the cage. I think that what certain what the cage, excuse me, stipulation should be used for, like I said, fuse for fuckery. Oh, your friends keep fucking with me. We need to make sure your friends stay the fuck out of this match. You know what I'm saying? And the cage, where's the top? Not escape, none of that bullshit. The cage is to keep people from getting in, and for you not running, so we can handle this. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. All right. So this is a very quick match. It's Wardlow versus Cesar Bononi. Now this shit, Cesar Bononi is legit like 7 foot, like 7'1". He's part of the Wingman. This is about his third time on Dynamite. He was on Dynamite twice last year. He had more offense. He didn't get a lot of offense this time. I just wish he had a little more offense. I know they were. It didn't seem like it was rushed, but same time, I wish he had got some more offense. You know what I'm saying? But Powerbomb, he quickly takes over. Wardler does. War Dog. He quickly takes over. Powerbomb Symphony. Didn't even give him 4. He usually does a minimum of 4, but he did 3, and he put his foot on his chest, and that was it. Shawn Spears afterwards does his little thing when he's the chairman. He has the chair. He was about to hit him, right? With the chair. Cesar, Wardlow just grabs the chair like, nah, this is my moment, motherfucker. Stop. So they go so Shawn Spears turns around, takes his beanie off, has his beanie on, jacket, no shirt. He goes nose to nose. He's like, oh shit. So he turns away a little bit, backs up. He's about to. He goes out the ring. He kind of looks back at Wardlow like, should I go ahead and fuck this motherfucker up? But he's like, nah. He goes out with the he leaves. Wardlow finished posing on the turnbuckles, all that good shit. So last not least, the triple threat match with Red Dragon and Adam Cole versus the Dark Order versus the Adam Page and the Dark Order, which is Johnny Hungy and let's see. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name. And John Silver. Excuse me. No, not John. No, John Silver is Johnny Hungry. Reynolds, Alex Reynolds. My fault. And by the way, I'm liking how he's still slowly developing. I'm not saying he has a personality. If you see him beat, he can have. I like how when their music hits, he has great headed hair. He bangs his head when the join the Dark Order. Like he's showing more and more of his personality. But he is the straight man. He in that tag team. I get it. Johnny Hungry's more of the outgoing. He's the muscle man. He's the motherfucking. He's like Puck from Alpha Flight. If you know about Marvel Comics, the motherfucker's like Puck, man. I'm surprised he doesn't have a cannonball in his arsenal, but she would do a great cannonball. I'm talking literally. I can imagine him being tucked the fuck in and just fucking somebody up being in that corner. Even more devastating than Kevin Owens. And I'm not saying Kevin Owens looks bad or nothing, but think about it. He's called the meat. One of his nicknames is the Meat Man, Johnny Hungry, John Silver. Oh yeah, you get fucked up with the cannonball coming from him. So the end of it. So they wind up. So Adam Cole, and Alex Reynolds wind up being the last two legal men. So he wind up hitting out Alex Reynolds with the boom, and he pins Alex Reynolds. So Adam Cole wins this tag team match, the triple threat match, I should say, because everybody else was outside of the ring, so it just came down to Reynolds and Adam Cole. It's a great show, worth checking out. Great go home show. Revolution is this Sunday. Wish it was on Saturday because I have to work that Sunday night. But I understand they've been doing Sunday shows because they don't want to interfere with either NBA shows and also the UFC. So they don't want to interfere. You want everybody. You don't want every so that way the buy rate is good, and also you don't want people to like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna watch? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have no beef with anybody. They're not saying, oh, you're gonna leave it, watch us or watch them. No, Tony Khan is being strategic. He's being smart. It's just under 3 years, and they're making good moves and good and they're getting good ratings, and Time Warner, TBS, and TNT are very happy with their ratings, very fucking happy. I think they re-upped their contract. I think it's either I think it's later on this year. I think it's 2024 when they go and get a new contract for television. But they're doing very good, and Tony Khan is smart. He done made his money back. His investment. He said that first year he already made his money back after he already stated that in one of his interviews. So yeah, listen. If there's anything you want me, if you be interested in me covering, I've been thinking about doing AEW Dark and recapping that. So let me know about that. There will be a recap of Rampage and weekly Saturday afternoon / morning. So so yeah. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. All right.